Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this month's Dossier fragrance review. If you are a regular viewer of mine, you know that I've been working with Dossier long term, pretty much over a year with them now, and I bring you guys regular monthly content with them where I try out a bunch of their fragrances. We got a lot of positive feedback from you guys doing this. I basically test out their fragrances so that you kind of get an idea of what these perfumes smell like if you want to get them for yourself. Dossier is a fragrance house that recreates some of your favorite fragrances that are designer or niche at just a fraction of the cost. You're pretty much just getting the perfume without the brand name attached to it, because let's be real, a lot of the times prices of perfumes are not even because of the quality of the perfume, it's just because of the name surrounding it, and Dossier will pretty much cut out that name and just give you the juice, which is what matters above all else. They are constantly adding new fragrances to their sites and they have so many fragrances to choose from. But not only do they have perfumes, they have also added candles as well as room diffusers to their site as well. I have tried both their candles and their diffusers and reviewed them, so if you want to see videos on those, check out my other videos. I'll have all my previous Dossier videos that I've done linked in the description box if you want to check anyone in particular. I highly recommend checking out their site. It'll be linked in my description box. And if you don't love to online shop, which I feel like in this day and age is not very many people, I know everybody gets their stuff online now, but Dossier is also now at select Walmart stores, so you can check out the Walmarts near you and see which one carries Dossier, and you can find a lot of these fragrances in your local stores as well. But if you do want to go the blind buying route and just order them online, they offer a risk-free program that allows you to order up to 5 cents at a time. Shipping is always free for 3 bottles or more, and you can try out each of those fragrances before making any commitment to them and return any bottles you choose to not keep within 30 days, no questions asked. And even though Dossier's prices are already super affordable, they're also always running bulk deals and sales on their site. And if there's anything on there that catches your eye and you want to try out for yourself, they have also given me a code for my audience, so you can use my code Xenia10 for 10% off at checkout. Thank you to Dossier for sponsoring today's video, and with all that being said, let's get straight into it. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you haven't already, and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. So I have kind of some shocking perfumes in this video, perfumes that I never thought I would get my hands on that I surprisingly really love. What has happened with me a lot of the times with Dossier, one thing I will tell you, their perfume recreations are like 99.9% similar to the originals, because I have put them to the test. I have a lot of the original perfumes in my own collection, so I smelled them all side by side and they smell super identical. But I've also come across a lot of perfumes by Dossier that I've tried where I actually haven't loved the original perfume that it's inspired by, and then I try the Dossier version and I end up liking that version way more than the original. I don't know what it is about that, but speaking of that, that's what happened with this perfume that I'm going to talk about. So this is what your Dossier boxes will look like when you order them. Each box comes with a little note card that tells you the name of the perfume, the notes, what perfume it's inspired by, concentration, all the little details about the perfume. This first perfume I got is called Fruity Brown Sugar. This perfume is inspired by Mon Paris by YSL, which I have stated in a previous video of mine that I don't like because I don't like it. But what has always put me off is the fact that I feel like Mon Paris has a very strong patchouli note in it that every time I spray it on my skin, it's all I smell. I wish I could love it because a lot of people say it's really sexy and it's really good, and it has this bright juicy strawberry note in it, which has always been the appeal. And every time I've gone to wear it, as soon as it hits my skin, after like 10 seconds of being on my skin, all I smell is patchouli, and so I just can't deal with that. So I thought that I would just try this version and see if I liked it more, and this smells amazing. This smells really good. Maybe it's just been enough time that I haven't smelled Mon Paris. It's definitely been a couple years, so maybe I need to revisit it. Maybe now my nose has evolved somehow and I would like it, because that happens to me a lot with perfumes. Like I won't like a perfume and I'll like it, vice versa. My mind is always changing. This perfume has top notes of bergamot, raspberry, pear, middle notes of jasmine, orange blossom, brown sugar, and base notes of patchouli, amber, and vanilla. So we have patchouli in here as well, but the patchouli in here feels refined. Like after it hits my skin, it's not all I'm smelling. Like I am definitely getting the raspberry and just this juicy bright sweetness in here. Kind of reminds me of scents like Dark Kiss by Bath & Body Works. Is that kind of vibe, or even Dream Bright. This is really nice. I feel like it'd be really nice paired with those, and I definitely find this sexy and super good. I've worn this a couple times already and the lasting power is amazing. Moving on to the second perfume I got. This is called Citrus Tea, and this one's inspired by Le Labo the Noir 29. I believe this was a new perfume that I saw on their site. I'm constantly browsing their site because I work with them really regularly. And because I've worked with them a lot, I've tested out a lot of perfumes, so I'm always like, oh my god, what if I run out of perfumes, because I've tried them all, but there's constantly new additions, and I believe this was a new one, or maybe it was like back in stock. I'm not really sure, but I hadn't seen it, so I decided to pick it up. It says top notes of bergamot, fig, black tea, middle notes of bay leaf, tobacco, jasmine, and vetiver, and base notes of cedarwood, musk, hay, peach, and incense. I'm not gonna lie, why I really got this perfume is because of that fig note and also the black tea. I feel like that's a pretty calming and really nice note in perfumes, but specifically fig. If you've been watching my channel recently, you know I've just been all over fig perfumes right now. So this one, it's really nice, and I do smell the fig, but it's definitely a dark fragrance. It kind of reminds me of the Liam perfume that I got by Lattafa recently, which is supposed to be inspired by Gris Chanel. This just slightly reminds me of that, but it's more green. Like, it definitely has that black tea, which I smell. The cedar wood is heavier in it, and the hay, the peach, the incense, it has this burnt smoky vibe to it. It just feels like more intense version of that. It's just like a very aromatic, kind of calming scent. At first it opens up pretty strong, but the more it settles, it's actually a really, really pretty soft green, again, like calming, almost therapeutic scent. So I really, really like this one. Next scent is also by Le Labo. I got this because I actually tried the original Le Labo scent that this is inspired by in a sample that I got by them, and I really, really love this one. So I saw that they had it and I had to pick it up. This is called the Matcha 26, and this has top notes of bitter orange, bergamot, middle notes of matcha tea, fig, and vetiver, and base notes of cedarwood and musks. So we have fig again in here, but we don't have any of the smoky notes and all of that. So I feel like this one is just a little bit easier on the nose. Oh, this smells so good. This has that green vibe in it, but I feel like because it doesn't have the incense, it doesn't have that dark smokiness to it attached. It's just green and fresh, very woody, and definitely has that fig note. This is really, really good. I feel like this is the easier blind buy if you want to pick between the citrus tea and the citrus matcha. Definitely go for citrus matcha. I feel like this is just a little bit easier on the nose, but they're both very similar, I would say. It's just that the citrus tea has more of that smoky, intense vibe in it, whereas this one is just a little bit like smoother. If I had to pick between the two, I would go for citrus matcha. I really love this. It has a green vibe, but it's just fresher, more uplifting, and just lighter. And then the last one is actually a fragrance inspired by Lancome. So La Vie Belle is a fragrance that I've stated many times I do not like, and I definitely don't. But there's fragrances by Lancome that I do like, and this is one of them. I just have never picked up the OG. I don't know why. I always see it in store, I always spray it on me, and I always think it's nice, but I've never gotten around to actually picking it up. So when I saw that they had the inspired version on their site, I had to pick it up. This is called Floral Musk, and this is inspired by Idole by Lancome. Idole has like this really cool packaging. It's like this really thin perfume bottle. It's kind of awkward, to be honest, because it's like, how do you even store that? I don't know. But this one smells super good. It's a really sexy, feminine, oh, it's so good. Fresh scent, but it's fruity. It has this really nice, juicy sweetness to it. It has notes of pear, bergamot, lychee, middle notes of jasmine, rose, and base notes of musk, vanilla, and patchouli. This is super, super good. I really, really like this one. I feel like this is just like a really nice daily perfume. It's fresh, but it's not too fresh. Like, it still has a good amount of sweetness in it. So if you're like a sweet girly, and maybe you want like a lighter fragrance for the daily that's not too sweet, this is a good option. I know a lot of people love Idole by Lancome, me included. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to pay the price of it. So I have it right here. And that officially concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this month's Dossier fragrance review. Let me know of any other perfumes you see on their site that you would want me to review for my next month's video. And don't forget to use my code Xenia10 for 10% off at checkout if you want to pick up anything for yourself. Thank you again to Dossier for sponsoring today's video. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you haven't already, and turn your post notifications on. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!